I want to show you guys the intro because this is an awesome intro. It's my favorite game ever, Digimon World 3. If you played the European version, it's Digimon World 2003. There's a big difference between the two. When you play this, you want to make sure you get that European version, the 2003, the PAL version. Spoiler alert, so skip 10 seconds. You don't know how salty I am that you don't get to actually fight Destromon in this game. Anyway, let's start the game out. I honestly just want to get to the point where we're kind of getting our first Digimon, really. But yeah, this is such a great storyline. Like you'll see in the thumbnail, I said, like Pokemon meets Grimdark. And that's exactly what it is. Like it starts off very much like, oh yeah, it's just like typical Pokemon game. You get your monsters and you collect badges. It is not like a typical Pokemon game. And that's a slight spoiler, but I just want to level set the expectations because it's been 20 years. You guys don't understand how much I wish that on this 20-year anniversary they actually re-released this or updated it, kept the same storyline but just made it a 3D game and all this other stuff. Like this would have been an amazing 20-year anniversary. Maybe they could do it for 25th, 2028. Keep hope, guys. This is such an amazing game. It deserved to do so many more numbers than it did, and it might have been successful, but I don't know. I don't really looked up the ratings for this, but I know they didn't make another one like this, so they went with Digimon World 4, which was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of garbage, and then Digimon World DS was absolute garbage. Although the thing about DS is that it fixed the one flaw in this game, which was that you can't play with every single Digimon, right? But it also completely ripped out the story, the exploration, all that. So it's no longer this. Like this is an actual walk around, explore things, gather items, battle wild Digimon type of game. Whereas DS is not that. Dusk and Dawn, not that. Like, so this is the epitome of the Digimon World franchise. This was the best game that was released for it. I will go as far as saying, and it's going to be tight with Dragon's Dogma and Witcher 3, but I would go as far as saying this is the single best RPG ever made, single best game ever made, period, dot. Alright, I'm going to stop talking so much and let's get to the fun part. I got to talk about speedrunning. There are 3 content creators that I want to say look up to, but I want to make content of the same quality as. They don't make the same kind of content. So these three content creators I'm going to mention are Nahil 0.0, Scott's Thoughts, and your boy Rock Lee. And when I talk about quality of content, like when I envision what should a YouTube channel look like when they're in my lane, those are like the three perfect channels. All right, if you don't know those three, hopefully you guys know who Nahil 0.0 is, because it's no secret my most like popular content is Dragon's Dogma content. So when I look in my my YouTube studio, like people who watch you also watch this guy. Like Nahil OO is at the top of that list, right? So most people who are watching my channel are probably going to be aware of who Nahil 0.0 is. He is an excellent, probably the quintessential Dragon's Dogma YouTuber. He makes deep dives, and he has contributed more to the Dragon's Dogma community, in my opinion, than anybody else. Period. Dot. He deep dives every single facet of the game with his actual game. He doesn't theory it. He actually goes in and does the work. So yeah, he's an awesome Dragon's Dogma YouTuber. If you're not following him yet, look him up. Great YouTuber to follow. The second person I mentioned is Scott's Thoughts. He's a PokeTuber, probably the biggest one on the planet right now. And what he really does is he plays speed runs of like all the third versions, so yellow version, crystal version, and emerald version. And then more recently, he's been releasing Fire Red content to like everybody, but he's been doing it for like for members only. But he's just like a really cool streamer to follow. And I really enjoy his content. I don't know, like I don't know what else to say. I just really enjoy his content. And then the third was your boy Rock Lee, and instead of a game channel, that's actually an anime following channel. So they do reviews on episodes or reactions to episodes. Okay, actually, I'm going to stop talking about that because we're already up to the part that I really want to talk about. So, but yeah, I really admire those dudes too. Like I really admire everybody on your boy Rock Lee channel. So here we're talking about the packs. So you get like 3 different teams, just like Pokemon, right? You can pick your starter, which you get 1 of 3 starter Pokemon. You also get 1 of 3 starter packs here. So you're going to get 3 Digimon, but you get a balanced pack, which is Kodamon, Renmon, Patamon, a powerful pack, which is Monmon, Agumon, and Renamon, and a Maniac pack, which is Kumamon, Gilmon, and Patamon. Which of the 3 would you like? Okay, so I'm just going to spoil it for you guys. I am going to be picking the powerful pack because I started talking about speedrunning, right? And that's kind of the vein of Scott's Thoughts. Now, I'm pretty sure there's not a speedrun community for this game. I could be wrong as hell, but this game is way too long, and I don't know if there's any skips in it. I have to look up like speedruns.com or whatever, see if there's any speedruns of this game. But I would imagine powerful pack is the fastest. Look at Teddy. He likes Patamon. He does not like Gilmon. Teddy is not based, by the way. Gilmon is the best one. Alright? And I'm going to explain my thoughts on these packs as we get to that screen. By the way, so they kind of frame these two dudes, Ivy and Teddy. Ivy's going to be named Kale later. They kind of frame them as like your rival hometown hero guys. But in reality, again, remember, this is not just a Pokemon game. This goes grimdark fast, so nothing is what you think it is. And I'm not going to spoil any more than that, but this starts off like, yeah, it's a Pokemon game. Enjoy. Pick your Pokemon. Yeah, you'll be alright. No. This is a Digimon game, and not only is it a Digimon game, it's a very good Digimon game with an awesome story. They really need to reprise the story. A lot of what I've been doing with Digimon Survive, I've been enjoying it, but I think the story misses the mark because it doesn't. Well, I think there's way too much. Like, I think the action and dialogue ratio is off in the first place for Digimon Survive, but it also doesn't have this kind of like start to it where you're just being lured in with because the game starts with you seeing a girl getting killed, for heaven's sake. At least I think she died, but like this game just starts off with, yeah, this you play this is New Barktown, this is Paltown, bro, you be alright. And it lures you into this false sense of security that you're going to be okay, and you're not going to be okay at all. But I keep losing my thoughts. So speedrunning. I think it would be really cool if there was a speedrunning community in this game, specifically to get to the third badge. I think the third badge is the hardest one to get to, and that's pretty much the part before the game really opens up and you can do anything you want to do. Is just getting the third badge. So I think a speed run up to the third badge, that would be super awesome if that's already established. I think it would probably take in the realm of 3 or 4 hours, probably, because this is not an easy game either. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. Oh, I hope this works because I already did this on the last time I tried to record it. So I already know my name's gonna fit here. So here we go. Where is it? Oh, that's not what I want. I was gonna be squirrel instead of squirrel. Alright, so let's talk about these facts. So I said I think this would be the best one for speedrunning just because the Digimon involved are much more likely to get one hits. And just like if you follow Scott's thoughts, you know if a Digimon is able to get one hits, then it's going to be able to finish the game faster. So Mon is basically, the way he evolves his normal setup is to grab things called busters. They're moves called busters, right? And these buster moves, what they do is they deal extra damage to a specific type of Digimon. So he's actually really good for killing specific things like bugs, birds, holy. Well, he'll kill everything by the end of the game. Dinosaurs, like. But you don't get his finale move against machines until the very end of the game, which Dynamo Cannon is Canadramon's ultimate move. So you'd have to get Canadramon all the way up to like level 90, I think. And to even get Canadramon, you gotta get up to level 40. The way mainline evolutions work in this game is kind of wonky because it's easier to get a mainline evolution as a side evolution instead of your Digimon's main evolution. And the reason is because you have to wait until regular level 40 instead of just skill level ups. And skill level ups come way quicker than regular level ups. So you can, let's say, I'm not sure how the tree works for Mon, but let's say that Mon had access to Greymon, right? If Mon has access to regular Greymon, then he'll be able to access War Greymon far faster than Agumon can. Now, he does have access to Greymon, but I mean early access to Greymon, like from Armormon, instead of later on, because each of your three main lines also has a branch of its own. And honestly, if you want to understand it, just go on GameFAQs and look it up. But then the end of it is, Mon is very capable of killing things. He's also extraordinarily fast. I think he's the fastest starter. Agumon, big, bulky, slow, damage. He's also able to kill things, but he's kind of slow, so he'll take damage. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're one-hitting things, you're still going to move pretty fast. And especially with his fire moves, he's going to be able to handle the early game, which is a whole bunch of bugs for the most part, very quickly. So again, a good one for a speed run. Renamon, she's fast. She deals heavy special damage, and I think she gets access to Angelomon very quickly. Angelomon very quickly, which means that she's able to heal. So again, another good Digimon. So all three of these Digimon are basically awesome. So I think Powerful Pack is the best pack overall. Balance Pack is the second best pack. Reason is because Kotamon, all three of these Digimon can heal. Kotamon does good damage no matter how you look at it. In its final Digimon's form, Guardian Angemon also has a really good finishing move, the Golden Ripper. Guardian Angemon is nowadays known as Slash Angemon, so just in case that's confusing you, it used to be Guardian Angemon, now it's Slash Angemon. But yeah, he's really, really good. Renamon, we've already said that's really, really good. Patamon, I think, is the weakest of all the starters, almost. Yeah, probably weakest overall. But, yeah, it's a healer. The thing is, Patamon's Digivolution tree, I'm pretty sure, is very, very small. Like, Angemon doesn't get very much in the beginning. And then, yeah, Patamon, trying to get anything out of him is kind of an annoyance. And then last one is going to be Kumon, Gilmon, Patamon. This is the weakest pack. In this description, they're all quirky and difficult. You can only count on Patamon. It's not true. The first sentence is true. The second sentence is not true. Patamon is not somebody you can count on. You can't count on any of these guys. Kumon is okay, and you'll end up having to count on him. But ultimately, Gilmon actually ends up being a real superstar of this setup, if only because Gilmon has Growlmon, and its following evolutions have a Picking Claw and Snapping Claw, which are abilities that allow you to steal items from Digimon. And if you don't understand why that's important, there are two things in the game that are going to make your life way easier. There's one that gives you multi-hit. There's an item, I think it's called Plug, a counter plug and a multi-plug. And those will give you a multi-hit and a counter hit when you get hit. And those will make your life so much easier, like, because this game is extraordinarily hard. It's much harder than a Pokemon game. And the reason I say the speedrun should go up to badge number 3 is because badge number 3 is really a ramp up in difficulty, on top of it being right before the game world really opens up and you can go do pretty much everything. It's also an extreme ramp up in difficulty. So either badge number 3 or maybe defeating Bulbmon for real. Either way would be a good stopping point. I'd probably say badge 3, because just leave it at badge 3. Defeating Bulbmon is just the next step to what you gotta do. But honestly, and it's kind of like the halfway point of the game when you defeat Bulbmon, honestly. It almost makes sense. But I would just say badge 3. Because after you beat Bulbmon, the game doesn't get that much harder ever again. Okay, I'm kind of off on a tangent here, and I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't played this game, but there is a Digimon that harasses you from time to time called Bulbmon, and it's extraordinarily powerful. You have to defeat it. Well, you have to scare it away the first time you fight it, and the second time you get to fight it for real. And once you defeat it, you'll leave and you'll exit a new old area. I'm not going to spoil that. But the Digimon, they're actually pretty strong. Like, they're kind of like alternate forms of Digimon you've already fought before. But once you're over that hump of, okay, that's pretty much the last time the game ever gets harder for you. Because once you're able to deal with them, wow. Can I, there you go. I hope you guys didn't see that on screen, because I haven't done anything in so long. It actually locked my screen for me. But yeah, once you get over that first initial hump of the things after Bulbmon, like just being in that new area, no other area is going to be that much harder for you. It's just all going to be because everything hits so hard to begin with. But yeah, you're just going to be like, wow, why are these basic levels hitting me so hard? Everything just hits hard at that point in the game. But I digress. The thing about this is, Maniac Pack, I would say you're going to end up wanting to replace Patamon, Patamon. No matter what team you're on, you have to think about who you want to replace, honestly, because there is a hidden 8th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's a hidden 8th starter that you don't know about, called Vmon. And Vmon, you're able to get pretty early in the game. I think right after you get the first badge, if not before that. I think it is right after you get the first badge. And then once you have Vmon, he's actually really strong too. And you can throw him on any team, but A and C, you're going to throw them where Patamon is, just because Patamon is kind of annoying. I'm not sure where he goes on in here. Like, maybe replace Agumon with him. I think I did do that. Yeah, I think I replaced Agumon with him in Powerful Pack. But either way, you wouldn't do that in the speedrun just because he's so... It takes a good bit of time to unlock Vmon. So you just go with this 3. But yeah, in any case, Maniac Pack is what I played my first time in the game just because I really like Kumamon. And Kumamon and Guilmon were in like the opening cutscene. Like, there's no way I'm not going to pick that pack. Like, I wanted to see them combine into Gallantmon. Like, Gallantmon was actually pretty cool back then. And I still don't hate him. I just, you know. Alright. Oh man. Yeah, I highly recommend getting this game. So much fun. Even your first choice in the game, which is, what pack do you want to start with? It makes your game, because what it really is pack A, the balance pack, is easy mode because you have so much healing. Pack B is kind of hard mode, and then pack C is like hard mode. I mean, no matter what, the game gets hard for you, but it's just how much healing do you want? It's like, how many Estus Flasks do you want? You get 3 of them, 2 of them. Wait, let me think. You get 3 of them, none of them, but you really don't need them, or 1 of them, but your team's kind of trash. And honestly, Renamon can do Estus Flask things. So it's kind of like 3 of them, 1 of them, or 1 of them, but your team's trash. Although, if I did a casual playthrough, I'd probably end up playing Digimon again, just to see if I could think of a better way to utilize it. Oh yeah, and there are certain things that you have to take into account, like the legendary weapons and such. Like, I think the first one requires you to have Kodamon. So, Bounce Pack might be optimal. So, the server you're in now is Asuka server, just like any other game. There are multiple servers, but the only one you're going to be in is Asuka, because that's the one that you signed into. So Asuka server's capital is Asuka City, and then it has Suryu City to the east, Suzaku City to the south, Byakko City to the west, and Gindu City to the north as the 4 capitals where you can get your gym badges at. And again, like, you think it's a Pokemon game. You go roll around the world, you get the gym badges, and then you go and you fight in the championship, right? Yeah, sure. That's how it works. You already saw her change her name to Kale here. Here come my partner Digimon. Here we go. Remember, guys, this is 2002, 2003 levels of graphics. They were just going ham with this game. This game was... I'm not going to play the whole thing on the channel unless you guys really want me to. Like, if you guys really want to see this entire game, like, I'm only going to do a one-off episode of this. Obviously, I had to re-record because last one, like, the sound was just so bad. I just felt like the thumbnail was fire. The views were up there, but obviously, you watched the first couple seconds and it was okay, but then... I love Mama, by the way. I fight good, everyone good, let's go. And then Agumon's just kind of a lame. Hey, let's do our best. And then Renamon, let's all aim to become world champion. Mission head ass. I must do this to avenge my clan. Renamon has always had that kind of personality. No matter where she is. But yeah, if you guys want more of this content, let me know. Just drop likes and subscriptions. Well, yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, obviously. But drop likes, leave a comment. A comment especially will let me know that you guys want more of this particular game. I plan on doing a lot more. I plan on finishing Digimon Survive, obviously. This is going to be a one-off episode unless the reception for this is freaking amazing. So, obviously, I enjoy this game a lot, so I don't mind playing it. I don't know how I'm going to stream it on YouTube. But maybe we'll get into our first fight. We'll see. Hell yeah. We're going to get into our first fight here. So this is what fights look like. I like how this dude comes out with a champion against us as a rookie. He's just like, yeah. Oh, you're brand new here, huh? Yeah. Oh, sounds. Do I have anything I can tag with? No. No tagging for me. All right. So you have multiple things you can do. You can fight. You can tech, or you can digivolve if you have a digivolution locked. If you want to tag out, you can do that, or you can not use an item. So your fight is going to be basically a basic attack, like this. Every time you hit an enemy, they'll just like kind of fall down. It's very easy to underestimate exactly how much damage these guys are going to do. Like, and there's no free heals in this game, by the way. You don't get free heals every single time. It's like a Pokemon Center where you just walk up and Nurse Joy, it's like, gives you a heal. Like, no. Heals cost money, and they cost exponentially more the further you get into the game. To the point where it's like, bro, you gotta really start, like, balancing your bank account to get heals. Like, it gets that bad sometimes. Like, you can't just go back and forth while you're training. Like, you're just like, wait. I gotta really think about how often I want to go to the end and heal up. But anyway, and that also affects your MP as well. That doesn't just come back. It's a permanent loss when you spend it. So swing. You also have different types of techniques. The gold ones are your finishing moves, like your real like awesome moves. So this is also applies to swing. Your rookies only have one. Okay. Your rookies only have one skill that they can learn. However, all your other Digimon have multiples, including like white ones, and then you can load up some from other ones. Other Digimon, they'll be green, right? I'll show you what this looks like. So a special one will have this effect. You see how it did increase damage. So over here, if you can see where I'm tapping, this is also your blast gauge, and when that fills up, you'll blast Digivolve into a Digimon of the next level that already has its gold technique unlocked. Now, normally when you Digivolve or you gain a new Digivolution, you have to like level up to like either level 60, 70, 80, sometimes 90 to unlock your gold technique. So if you want to use Transcendent Sword as Omnimon or Imperial Bound Paladin mode, you're going to have to level all the way up to like 80 or 90. If you want to use, I forgot what, I think it's Hammer Arm for Grismon, you have to level all the way up to level 60-ish, 60 or 70. So, but you do unlock other moves, like elemental moves and stuff like that, support moves and all that, as you just normally level that evolution up. And the evolutions have skill levels, so when you go to your battle end screen, you'll see I have 3 empty slots here, 1, 2, 3, for each Digimon, and I have 3 slots next to them. So these are all going to house my evolutions. But yeah, that's pretty much the in and out of it, honestly. So you gain some money from each combat you go through, even with wild Digimon, so that's a upgrade from Pokemon. But again, you spend money to heal, so you have to be gaining more money than you're spending. So you have to be efficient with how you're grinding. You can't just be going out there and getting your behind whooped, which is why this team is kind of a glass cannon team, right? Because yeah, she can heal, but these guys, especially this guy, because he's slower, are going to be getting their tails whooped. So you have to be kind of balanced with how you're going about things. He has low defenses. He has low defenses, so when he gets hit, which he's weak in the beginning, he's getting strong, but when he gets hit, it's going to hurt. He's slow, so he's always going to get hit, even though he's big and tanky. So again, you're going to have to heal a lot. And she can do full heal outside of battle, but that's going to cost her MP. And while she's spending MP on that, she doesn't get to spend out on attacking, and you also need to be leveling her. So again, you have to keep all these things in mind as you're leveling these Digimon. So you get 3 slots in order to get your evolution on. You can load skills from these evolutions, and they'll all work with each other. And as you level a fight with them, so these levels, your main levels, go slowly, but these levels on the side here, you'll see numbers there. Those actually go quite quickly. You'll probably get a level every 2-3 fights. This you only see level up like once every like 20 fights. So it takes a long time to get a Digimon a real level, but your side levels will go very, very quickly. But yeah, I'm such a big fan of this game. I cannot understand how much of a fan of this game I am. Oh yeah, by the way, when your Digimon faint, as long as you don't lose the fight, you get to come back. Well, that Digimon will come back with like 1 hit point for the next fight, I think. Like, they don't just stay permanently fainted. Like, they'll wake up and they'll be available, but they'll only have 1 hit point. There's no like persistent status effects. Like, you don't get poisoned and then that remains on you for like ever. Like, if you get poisoned in the fight, yeah, it works against you, but as soon as that fight's over, you're back to normal. He's like, oh, you beat me right off the rip. You're going to be champion one day. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the card game in this game is better than a lot of real card games in real life. I'm just going to put it like that. Like, it's like playing Gwent. It's really good. It takes you a long time to get a good deck that can actually start beating people, but once you're there and you can actually start having fun, it's really, really fun and addictive. That's a whole nother thing to talk about later on, honestly. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. As always, I've been me. You've been awesome again. Leave a comment, leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Hopefully the audio is good this time, because I've just spent the last 35 minutes of my life doing it. And